Before we begin, are you ready to uncover one of the most chilling mysteries in history? If you love dark stories like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your support helps us bring you more haunting tales like this one. Now, let's dive into the haunting tale of the Dyatlov Pass Incident. This story is real, and it's terrifying. On a freezing winter night in 1959, 9 experienced hikers vanished under mysterious circumstances in the Ural Mountains of Soviet Russia. Days later, their bodies were found, scattered across the snow. But it wasn't the cold that killed them. What happened to these hikers is something no one can explain to this day. Some say it was a tragic accident. Others believe it was something far more sinister. It began as a simple hiking expedition led by Igor Dyatlov, a skilled and determined 23-year-old. Alongside him were 8 other hikers, all young, fit, and experienced. Their goal was to reach the snowy peaks of Syakhl, a remote and treacherous area known as the Mountain of the Dead by the indigenous Mansi people. But for them, it wasn't just a mountain, it was an adventure. They set off on January 27, 1959, with high spirits and strong determination. Photos recovered from their cameras show a group of friends smiling, laughing, and ready to conquer the icy wilderness. But within a few days, their adventure took a deadly turn. On February 1st, the group set up camp on the slopes of Syakhl. No one knows for certain what happened that night. But what we do know is horrifying. When rescuers finally discovered the group's campsite weeks later, their tents were torn apart, ripped open from the inside. It was as if the hikers had been desperate to escape. They fled into the night wearing nothing but socks, thin clothing, or no shoes at all, despite the sub-zero temperatures. What could have caused such panic? Their bodies were found scattered over hundreds of meters. Some were lying in the snow, frozen in strange poses. Others were found near a nearby forest, as if they had been trying to build a fire. But the injuries on their bodies are where the true mystery begins. One of the hikers had a fractured skull. 2 others had severe chest injuries that experts later compared to the force of a car crash. One woman's tongue was missing. Another hiker's eyes were gone. Yet strangely, there were no external wounds. It was as if something had crushed their insides while leaving their skin untouched. Even more unsettling, some of the bodies showed traces of radiation. What could explain such a bizarre mix of injuries? Investigators were baffled. Theories began to form, but none of them seemed to fit. Could it have been an avalanche? That was one of the first explanations. But there was no evidence of snow shifting or falling in the area. The tents were still partially standing, and the hikers had fled without any apparent warning. What about military testing? Some believe the group stumbled upon secret Soviet experiments, perhaps a missile test or a chemical weapon. The radiation on their clothing might support this theory. But if that's true, why would the government allow any of this evidence to be found? Then there's the theory of a paranormal encounter. Some claim the hikers were attacked by a yeti or a supernatural creature. Others say they were victims of extraterrestrial beings. After all, locals reported seeing strange lights in the sky on the night of their disappearance. Could it have been UFOs or something even darker? To this day, no one knows what truly happened to the Dyatlov group. The Soviet investigation closed the case with a vague statement, blaming the hikers' deaths on an unknown compelling force. But what kind of force could leave such terrifying injuries while erasing any signs of its presence? Years later, independent researchers continue to analyze the evidence, trying to find answers. But every new theory only raises more questions. So I'll ask you, what do you think happened that night? Was it a tragic accident, a military cover-up, or something beyond our understanding? Share your theories in the comments below. Your ideas might help shed light on this decades-old mystery. If this story gave you chills, hit the like button and subscribe to Dark Story Hub for more mysteries that will keep you up at night. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a tale of the unknown. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.